Hi guys.
Hi guys, this is Miss Sam's and Archer. And we're going to do an experiment today using money because we're talking about money and math and saving and spending and social studies, and who doesn't love money, right? Okay, so for our experiment today, all you need are some dirty pennies. Look in the bottom of your mama's purse, look in the car, look under the couch cushions, find some dirty money, ketchup, and water. Okay, so, okay, listen, brother. So we have our dirty pennies. Okay, so let's look at what we're going to use to clean them. Which one of these, Archie, do you think is going to clean the pennies better? The ketchup or the water?
Water.
You think the water is going to clean the pennies? No, don't put that one in there. We're going to sand that one. Okay, put 3 pennies in the water, and we're going to set them in there. So Archer thinks the water's going to clean the pennies, okay? Water's usually what we use to clean with, so that's a good hypothesis. That's a good guess. Okay, so now we're going to put some pennies in the ketchup. Ooh, that one's real dirty. Okay, now when you put them in the ketchup, hey, get your finger in there and squish it around. Make sure there's ketchup on all the pennies. This is the fun part. You can get your hands in there. Yep, look. Get all that ketchup all over them pennies. All right, yep, and you can wipe your hands off. Here, wipe it off on a rag. Okay, now, we're not going to sit here for a real long time, but the longer you let it sit, the better it works. So, have fun a little bit and play and squish the ketchup in your fingers. That's the fun part. Okay, make sure it's all covered. Okay, you don't have to do anything with the pennies in the water, just let them sit. Okay, so now while they're sitting, we're going to talk about why pennies actually get dirty. Thank you, brother. And how this works. Okay, so when pennies are brand new, let me have them. Hold on. Okay, let me see. You're my helper, so you gotta listen. When pennies are brand new, they are, all pennies are copper, but they're a very shiny, bright copper color. And that is because they have not been exposed to air. Oxygen causes pennies or copper to create oxide. And oxide is what changes the color of the pennies. So actually, we're not just rubbing off the dirt from the penny. We are creating a chemical reaction that cleans the pennies, and it takes off the oxide, and that's what makes them nice and shiny. Okay, so that is how this stuff works. Now, the reaction, well, actually, let's look at our pennies in the water. Okay, pennies in the water have sat. Let's get these out, and I'm going to lay them. Let's use a different rag, brother. Let's look at this one. Okay, so we're laying them on the towel, dry them off. Do our pennies look clean?
Yeah.
Do they look clean?
Yeah.
No, they're still brown. They're still dirty looking.
Wait.
They're wet from the water, but they don't look shiny.
Wait.
Here, let's look at this one. Are they shiny like that penny?
Uh-huh.
No, you can see the difference. This one is shiny, and this one is dull. This one still has lots of oxide on it. Okay, this one's not clean yet. So the water did not take off the oxide off the pennies. It did not clean the pennies to make them look nice and shiny. So let's look at the ones in ketchup. Oh, let me turn y'all around. Okay. Miss Ames needs her fingers. So we're going to take these pennies out of the ketchup. And now we're going to use our water to wash them off. And we're going to see if we had a chemical reaction with the ketchup to clean our pennies.
And wash. And so brown.
Well, they're going to be brown, son. They're copper. That one has something wrong with it.
Yeah.
All pennies are brown because they're copper. But we want shiny pennies, not dull pennies.
But
Okay.
and magic.
It's not magic, it's science. Sometimes science is like magic.
Ketchup, ramen, magic.
Ketchup and water make magic.
Yeah.
I know we're making science.
No.
Okay, so so we rubbed off our ketchup pennies, and look how much shinier our ketchup pennies are than the water pennies. Do you see the difference? Oh my goodness, these look like brand new pennies right here. And they're not, because this one's 1974. That penny's older than I am. Ah! Right. Okay, so which one cleaned better, the ketchup or the water?
Water.
No, which one cleaned the pennies better?
A ketchup.
That ketchup. And we have one penny left in there because that one had some gunk on it and it wouldn't come off. So that one was a bad penny. But, so our top two are the ketchup pennies. And you can see how much shinier they are just after a couple minutes in the ketchup. And then these down here are our water pennies that we thought would clean better because water is how we clean things, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, we needed a chemical reaction. So we needed an acid. And the acid in our ketchup is vinegar. So the acid, the vinegar is what helped take off the oxide off of the penny. And then the salt in the ketchup just makes the process go even faster. So we needed the acid and we needed the salt, the chloride, to take off the oxide, the dull, off the penny, and that made it nice and shiny.
Yeah.
All right, so if you want to do this experiment at home, again, all you need is some dirty old pennies, some ketchup, and some water. Get your fingers in that ketchup and squish it around and have some fun.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Okay? We say bye.
Bye.
Turn 20.